Our story begins at the Adventurers Guild, where a crowd of hopeful adventurers has gathered for the E-rank promotion test. Among them stands Rick Gladiator, a 32-year-old man who's about to embark on an unusual journey. As Rick approaches the registration desk, he's greeted by a familiar face. Elisa, his former colleague from when he worked as a guild clerk. Elisa is visibly surprised to see Rick. She recalls how he suddenly quit his job 2 years ago, and now here he is, signing up to become an adventurer. When she inquires about what he's been up to, Rick cryptically mentions that he's been holed up in the mountains, training with some senior adventurers. Their conversation is interrupted by a commotion. A drunk man is harassing Elisa, grabbing her arm and insisting she spend time with him. Rick calmly intervenes, effortlessly tossing the troublemaker out of the guild. This display of strength catches everyone's attention, leaving them wondering about this mysterious newcomer. As Rick receives his exam ticket, numbered 4242, he can't help but feel a twinge of worry. It's an unlucky number that sounds like death in some cultures, but there's no time to dwell on superstitions. The test is about to begin. First part of the exam involves measuring each participant's magical energy. The examiner asks everyone to place their hands on a crystal, which glows in response to their magical power. When it's Rick's turn, the result is disappointing. He scores an F-, the lowest possible grade. The other test takers snicker, wondering how someone with such low magical capacity could hope to become an adventurer. Next comes the strength test. The examiner presents a green slime bag, explaining that it's used to measure the force of a single blow. To everyone's shock, Rick destroys the bag with one punch, a feat that even the examiner finds incredible. The surprises don't end there. During the magical attack test, a young noble named Fried Diarmuit showcases his talents. Despite being only 11 years old, Fried unleashes a powerful level 3 nature-composed magic spell, impressing everyone with his prodigious abilities. When it's Rick's turn again, he's asked to defend against a high-level magical attack. Using only a simple level 1 defensive spell called Air Cushion, Rick completely nullifies the examiner's level 5 attack. The room falls silent, everyone stunned by this display of skill from someone who just scored so low in magical capacity. As the written portion of the exam concludes, Rick feels confident about his performance. However, his earlier F- score in magical capacity still weighs on his mind. He's reassured by his companion, Rionette, who reminds him of his incredible growth over the past 2 years. Their conversation is interrupted by young Fried, who's upset that Rick stole his thunder during the practical tests. Misunderstanding Rick's attempts to calm him down, Fried starts crying and calls for his older sister. Enter Angelica Diarmuit, Fried's older sister and a knight second class of the Knights of the Realm. Mistakenly believing that Rick bullied her brother, Angelica challenges him to a duel. Despite Rick's protests and attempts to explain the situation, finds himself accepting the challenge when he instinctively picks up the glove Angelica throws down. The terms of the duel are set. The loser must act as the victor's servant until death. Angelica, confident in her abilities as a B-rank equivalent fighter, believes this will be an easy victory against an F-rank novice like Rick. As the duel begins, Angelica activates her special technique, Flickering Feet, which is supposed to grant her incredible speed.
Hey there, fellow. I hope you're enjoying this video so far. I wanted to take a quick moment to ask you what you think of this video so far. If you're liking it, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, now's the perfect time to do it. By subscribing, you'll stay up to date on all my latest videos and updates, and you'll get to see even more awesome content. So what are you waiting for? Like, subscribe. Thanks for watching.
To her shock, Rick effortlessly dodges her first attack. Convinced it was a fluke, Angelica increases her speed, using a more powerful version of her technique called Flickering Feet Thousandths. To everyone's amazement, Rick continues to dodge Angelica's attacks with ease. From his perspective, Angelica's movements seem incredibly slow, although he doesn't realize that his perception and reflexes are far beyond normal. Frustrated and confused, Angelica pushes herself to her limits, using her ultimate move 3 times in succession. Each time, Rick narrowly avoids her attacks, moving with a grace and speed. Seems impossible for an F-rank adventurer. As the duel progresses, Rick starts to wonder if he might actually be stronger than he thought. However, his ingrained humility quickly dismisses this idea, attributing his success to luck and Angelica's possible exhaustion. Angelica, on the other hand, is becoming increasingly flustered. She can't understand how this supposed novice is outmaneuvering her, a respected knight. In a moment of panic and wounded pride, Angelica suddenly surrenders, much to everyone's surprise. Declaring that she's being lenient this time, Angelica grabs her brother Freed and flees the scene, leaving Rick standing alone in the dueling area, confused about what just transpired. As the dust settles, Rick reflects on the events of the day. He's passed the preliminary tests with flying colors, showcasing abilities far beyond what anyone expected from an F-rank adventurer. Yet, in his mind, he's still just a beginner, unsure of his own strength and potential. Rionette reminds Rick that he's been trained by the Orihalcon Fist, the strongest adventuring party on the continent. This revelation sheds some light on Rick's incredible abilities, hinting at the intense training he must have undergone during his 2-year absence. As the episode draws to a close, we learn that the members of Orihalcon Fist are on their way to check on Rick's progress. This news fills Rick with a mix of excitement and trepidation. What will his mentors think of his performance? And how will their arrival impact his journey as a newbie adventurer? Stage is set for Rick's adventure to truly begin. He's passed the first hurdle, demonstrating skills that have left everyone baffled. But this is just the start. Questions abound. How did Rick become so powerful in just 2 years? What kind of training did he endure with the Orihalcon Fist? And how will he fare in the challenges that lie ahead? As an F-rank adventurer with abilities that seem to far surpass his rank, Rick stands at the threshold of a grand adventure. His journey from a simple guild clerk to a powerful adventurer is just beginning, and it promises to be filled with excitement, challenges, and perhaps a few more surprises along the way. The episode ends with Rick nervously anticipating the arrival of his mentors, the Orihalcon Fist. As he waits, can't help but wonder what the future holds for him in this new world of adventure he stepped into. With his unexpected strength and the support of the continent's strongest party behind him, Rick's late start as an adventurer might just be the beginning of an extraordinary tale.
To